Buddy. So today is a very special day. We start doing something a little different. I want to do these things, these weekend roundups. I take everybody that we've played games with over the week, and we talk about the games that we played, what we're gonna do for the next week. If there was like a change to the streaming format, we'll talk about that and what we're gonna do next week. But it's really just like a day to unwind, unpack what we did, talk about Game Pass or just games in general a little bit, and hang out. So let's see, what did we do this week? We played Dark Souls a couple times.
Yes.
I was going to stream yesterday, but I had a very cool thing called an ocular migraine and was out of it for the day.
Why'd
So,
you just make a
sorry.
headache sound so fancy?
That's what it's called. It's a very fancy,
Don't,
rare kind of migraine.
dude. It's a fucking headache. You gotta fucking give it a fancy title.
It's a very
Ocular
special,
migraine.
very special big bad headache. It hurts really bad. So yeah,
I love the background skinny, by the way.
thank you. Oh yes, I doodled this little background so you can tell who's with us today. I drew the gamer profile pics of my friends, and I'm a good artist. If you need to commission me for something, let me know. I do characters.
I'm gonna give fair warning.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna jump off topics.
Okay, that's good.
That's why
great.
I'm here.
I don't have very many
Yeah.
topics.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm here because I can't focus on one thing at a time.
Gotcha. Well, first thing for you to not answer properly. Uh, State of the Dark Souls playthrough, because we didn't play on stream yesterday, but we did continue to play a little bit yesterday because I needed to take my head or my mind off of my pain, and wasn't in the mood to stream it. We went ahead and resumed the playthrough. Let's see, what did we do yesterday? We did,
Gwendolyn.
yeah, we did Gwendolyn and then the
Gwendolyn.
Lord Souls, right? We did all of them.
We did
Yeah.
Scaleless. We did
I finished a bit
Isolith.
of chaos today, though.
Chaos.
Nice.
And then we did Nito.
We did do Nito eventually.
Yeah.
We were all a little bit out of it, I would say,
It's-
last night. I wasn't feeling it. Diesel was
I was miffed. I was mad.
Diesel
I
was
miffed.
slow.
I was
Zabs was miffed. Zabs and I killed babies for about an hour.
I was mad.
so good.
I was mad
It was
because
so
I got
funny.
It
hungry
was funny.
right around the time we were doing Nito.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got hangry
Yeah.
at the same time as I had already grown a full beard and shaved it twice. And it was just terrible timing to fucking
Oh,
get
man.
angry because we were trying to do something and
Yeah.
we were ready to go. I got miffed.
Yeah.
I just waiting for so long. I had realized how late it was and how much time had fucking gone by.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
crawled our way to the end of the playthrough last night, basically. We had already done Four Kings on stream, I'm pretty sure, before we did the DLC. So we
Yeah.
pretty much just wrapped up the late game areas,
Yeah, we did.
went through Isolith, went through the archives. It's pretty much a breeze until we got to Nito, and then it was a
Drag.
It was a drag because different people got through it at vastly different paces.
Dude, I've blind playthrough. And I'm fucking there first.
Yeah, the thing about the thing about Tomb of the Giants is that if you go in there and you don't know exactly where you're going, you can either end up rolling to exactly the right place, or roll to the wrong place about 50
And
times
lose a hunt.
and lose all your
150,000
souls over and over and
souls,
over
yeah.
again.
My thing is, I think I've watched too many Vati videos, and I played a lot of Dark Souls 3. I can say that.
Right.
Not a lot of the other ones. I can say that I played a lot of this one now. But I just understand the characteristics of the game where
Yeah.
they're gonna fuck with you, especially if you see that bald motherfucker named Patches. So if you see
Right.
him, smack him across his fucking dome piece. I like you cut, G. Smack that shit all clean. And go wherever he isn't. Get the
Right.
fuck out of there, because that's not where you
Right,
wanna
that's
be.
the no-no
'Cause
zone.
Patches is never in a good place. He's never
Yeah.
doing anything that's nice.
Right.
He's never.
Yeah. Never.
Anything he's involved in fuck that. So I learned quickly, and I murked his ass off, and then ran the other direction that he was telling me to not go, and he wanted me to go there. And then I found the boss, and then I was good. Diesel happened to see patches, and then jumped.
Yeah.
Right, and
It was,
yeah.
yeah, it was
exactly
too
what
late.
patches
It was
wanted, and then
it was
lost
too late.
100,000 souls.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't lose that to. I didn't lose those souls to patches. I lost my souls to whenever I was trying to get back to the boss room, and I just fell off a cliff on accident. So
That'll happen. There's
I
a
see.
couple of cliffs. A couple of cliffs in Tomb of the Giants. One or two, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, you
So,
had the headpiece and everything.
headpiece is nice.
yeah,
But
but it didn't matter because I got hit with the
cliffs
like
are
wombo
cliffs.
combo. I got hit by the wombo combo by the little crawly skeleton dudes, and they just knocked
dogs?
me off.
Yeah.
Those things.
I can see that. I can't agree with it.
But yeah, basically, as far as like content-worthy moments yesterday, there was an hour of slaughtering skeleton babies, and that was about as far as entertainment went. So you didn't
It
miss
was
very
fucking
much.
Gold, though.
It was pretty good, but we could go back and do that again anytime. It's
No,
good.
thank you. Did you see the clip I took of that I sent you? Of
I
them all
watched
in
a couple of
circle hanging
clips.
out?
No, I didn't. I didn't see
You
that
should
one.
watch that one.
Okay.
They were literally hanging out in front of me, in a circle, playing.
I think I've seen that before. I think that's why sometimes it
you
reminds
came
me of
into my world.
Bloodborne, where
Right.
because of the shop with the babies in the sink.
I don't know about that.
The what? Oh yeah.
And the
yeah,
Hunter's
I know
Nightmare.
what you're yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You, Zabs, you hasn't played
I
any
haven't.
Bloodborne apparently. It's in the hub
get-
world.
Yeah, you get there pretty early on, guy.
Oh, I mean, I've been to the hub world, but I didn't see no babies in the sink.
This man hasn't
What
stopped
the
by the
fuck?
shop. He hasn't stopped by the shop.
No,
All
what
right.
are they gonna give me? I ain't got no money.
Healing items. You buy blood vials. Anyways, so I have first impressions, quote unquote, like quick thoughts of the playthrough. So, Zabs, this was your first time experiencing a lot of Dark Souls 1 moments. And it was also
Yes.
my first time doing the remaster, which with the graphical refresh. And I haven't played so much of Dark Souls 1 that it was all just a rehash for me. There was still a decent amount of surprising new stuff. Some mechanics, some areas, some enemies. So, what was the most unexpected thing you would say, Zabs, in your Dark Souls 1
The most
playthrough?
unexpected thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Because it sounds like it definitely
The-
wasn't Tomb of the Giants run.
no, that was not a problem. I don't know why that was not a problem, since just hearing about how shitty that place is, but I did not have a problem with it. The area that I probably was most surprised with, and like the boss leading up to it and everything, was probably Manus.
Mm,
Um,
gotcha.
I haven't seen a whole lot of them. You know, I've seen Gwyn. You know what I mean? Like I've seen that, all that. but
Yeah.
I personally never owned the DLC back then when I
Right.
played it. But I was so young that I don't even think I beat the game. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember. I just know that I own it. Like I still got it sitting there in the the disc, but
Right.
I didn't do a whole lot with it. You know, like it was like cool nights. You know what I mean? That's all I got out of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's all I was getting out of it. So probably the Manus boss fight, going into the abyss and like the Four King, like anything with the abyss, like that drop down into the Four Kings. That was pretty cool. I didn't know that was how you got to them. So dropping that far to get to them was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and we also had that moment where we were all going in, and then everyone was like, "Wait a minute, are we wearing the ring?" I was like, "Wait, everybody, put the ring on."
Yeah.
He was like, "What ring are you talking about? What's going on?"
Yeah. Well, you're like.
That was really scary there for a
I had no
second.
idea.
And then people died to fall
Never.
damage like twice going down to the 4
Diesel's like, yeah, you can just jump off wherever. Or, like someone said that, like you can just jump off wherever. So I'm like, all right.
Pretty
I'll
sure
jump
that was
off
Skinny
wherever.
that said
I
that.
did
but
say
hey.
that.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't say it. It probably was. So I jump off wherever, and I smack my dome piece on a pillar that's sticking out, and I'm now just sliding down this giant hole and my carcass just smacks on the bottom.
Yeah,
Skinny
I
sees
was
it as
I
a
was waiting down at the
chuckle.
bottom for you guys, and I just see this body plummet to the ground slowly.
Yeah,
Pretty sure at first you
flat,
thought it was my body
lifeless.
though.
I usually think it's your body if I see something like that. Zabs, can
Yeah.
you do me a favor and replug in your mic? You got a little bit of static coming through.
Do I?
A little bit. Let's see. Diesel, was there any part of Dark Souls 1 that you weren't familiar with playing through this time around?
Mm, yeah. Probably. I would say yeah, and you already are gonna know the answer to this, but Tomb of the Giants.
Mm.
Definitely Tomb of the Giants.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I just I don't normally go through that area very like when I go through that area on the other playthroughs that I've done of not only Dark Souls Remastered but the original Dark Souls. Just I just quickly run through it. I'm not trying to uh, look for every item because I just don't I can't stand Tomb of the Giants honestly. But yeah, it's that was definitely an eye opener that I didn't remember a lot of the stuff in Tomb of the Giants.
Yeah. And the thing about Tomb of the Giants is, would you say that you know it better now?
Um, yes and no.
Right.
It's it. The problem is there is a lot that you can explore in Tomb of the Giants, but it's really hard to explore Tomb of the Giants if you're not trying to if you're trying to go quickly. Like you it's just so dark in there. You even with the sunlight maggot, it's just still it's pretty dark in there. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Yeah, I feel like just by nature of Tomb of the Giants, it's not an area that's easy to like learn. A lot of times you stumble your way through it and then you get to Nito
Yeah.
by some combination of skill, luck, something. A lot of luck though usually. And getting the
Mm.
right path, getting the right rolls, the right drops. So that is a yeah. It's
Say that it's luck.
yeah.
Say that's unfair.
That's fair.
Because I fucking, I got it. I got it down.
Well,
I had to go all the way from Firelink back down there.
That's
to be
I remember.
that's true. There's
I only did it
one
once.
like when I'm refreshing, like when I'm going back to Tomb of the Giants, there's one spot that like I have to roll off and hope that I end up in the right spot so that I can get my bearings because there's like this area that doesn't make sense in my brain and it's like really hard to get a picture of it in your head and go through it if you're coming back to it. Like if you're running through it a few
Right.
times in a row, it'll start to take shape,
Right.
but it's not like riding a bike in this same sense as some of the other levels. Like Undead Burg, I can just sort of come back to and know where things are. Even like in Orlando or some of the other areas, even it's a little bit easier to just sort of get back to it, and the layout is intuitive enough, and I can there's like markers that I can.
The prism stones. are
yeah,
what
that's what I was gonna talk about was the
I did
prism
good on.
stones.
I just
'Cause-
remembered. Okay, this color this way. This color that way. I did that.
See, that's really good. I had never thought
And I
about
ran
identifying
past
them
the
by
color.
colors.
I remember what that's what I did for the Manus fight.
Yeah.
Remember with the purple and gold one, you know, purple
Yeah.
down, gold up. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's there for you to associate with something. So I've done that, but that's also just my experience with Souls likes that I know to do that my first time, or I'm gonna struggle my second time, or I'm gonna struggle the next time if I don't take care of that now.
That's fair.
If I don't get that down.
That's very fair.
But I mean, that's also I mean, I could like chill out with that, like like it's kind of like aggressive. Like I get that, but that was how I was able to get down there that second time.
I gotcha.
Because after you jump into the tomb with him, you can't, you had to run out. I didn't know that. going into it, but I still knew that I wanted to come back into this area and like, oh, that item's over there. Okay, at the blue prism stone, there's an item over to the left, you know, like, and then follow that path, you know, so like if the item's behind me, I have to go up to a certain prism stone and then take that path backwards. And I had
Interesting.
looked at that on my way to the boss fight.
I always look at prism stones as shiny colors. I've never distinguished them as an individual color before, so that's a very interesting take on it.
neither have I.
A step above.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I
Supreme gamer.
take Souls games more serious than I would any other games, just because I truly enjoy them. So I really take the time to see what I'm doing. You know, I'll stop and I'll look at an area and just look at it and just be like, damn,
Right.
that's sexy right there. Like, I'll do that. I'll take the time to just, like, you know, take it all in, to like remember that path. You know, just think about it. Not like
Yeah.
anything deep, but you know, just like look at it.
That
Sometimes
is
you just gotta
fair.
Look at it.
I'm gonna compare Tomb of the Giants to Chasm of the Abyss because they're both very similar and that they're
Yeah.
dark and you have prism
Yeah.
stones to guide you. But the reason that I would call Chasm of the Abyss an easier area to maneuver is that there are tools built into the game that help you understand the level and to help you learn it and to sort of get that edge. Like the things that you look for and the things you take seriously are the sort of like clues and the
Yeah.
color, and you can find little markers and place them in your head.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about as much as the game helps you in Tomb of the Giants. Is
Yeah,
you've got
no,
very
absolutely.
small, distinct landmarks that are all like the same shape and size. They're just different
Mm-hmm.
colors, a little bit of a slightly different context. The level design
but
of
that's-
Chasm of the Abyss actually has a couple of
Yeah.
shortcuts and a couple of things that overlap.
Yeah.
A little bit more pronounced landmarks,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's a little bit more intuitive to navigate.
Right.
At least it
'cause
was
you've
for me.
got. Yeah, it's also smaller.
Yeah,
The
that's
area is
that's
also
true.
Smaller.
Yeah.
Not too much smaller, because the come down is different. But that area, you know, like you're starting down, and then you got to go up and then down. Like that area, the Tomb of the Giants areas. That's what I'm talking about. Is way more confusing. I absolutely agree with that. It's way more confusing.
Yep.
I thought the Chasm of the Abyss was pretty straightforward. I didn't think too much of it. I thought it was
The only-
interesting, the humanities and everything around, but I didn't
Yeah.
think about it as much as the Tomb of the Giants. I didn't have to. It wasn't it wasn't as bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tomb of the Giants, going into it, I knew that was a piece of shit and that was gonna suck.
Right.
Yeah, the only thing that I think, for at least for me during this playthrough was like comparing Chasm of the Abyss to Tomb of the Giants was I didn't remember a whole lot of Tomb of the Giants after the bonfire, the first bonfire. But in Chasm of the Abyss, the only thing that I didn't really remember was where you went to go free Sif. So.
Yeah. And I was
Yeah.
like, it's oh man,
That was confusing.
yeah, that was tough and difficult to find, but it was also kind of fun, a little bit.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
you
'cause
don't
we
have
actually had-
to.
It was like a frantic rush, and we're all like looking around, like popping into
You
each
don't
other's
have to-
worlds and stuff.
Don't have to actually free Sif to do the boss fight, but it just.
Right, it was like a
it's
side
cool.
Who the
objective.
fuck doesn't want a pet dog?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a no-brainer.
Right. And oh my, the distance between the two bonfires in Tomb of the Giants is actually very, very small. The Patches bonfire and the bonfire for Nito are very close to each other.
Yeah, I
But
didn't
you
even
can
get
spend
to
a
one.
long time in between. You can spend a long time. You might go right past the second one. You might go right past the first one.
Yeah.
And I feel like having the potential to miss out on either of those can drastically affect your experience with the area. And with Chasm of the Abyss, you have one bonfire, and you also have like the shortcut that goes up to a different bonfire, and it's sort of you get basically a choice. And it's not like a dice roll on whether or not you get fucked in the ass, for lack of a better phrase.
Yeah, that's pretty aggressive.
That's yeah. That's
I would say if you're missing bonfires in Tomb of the Giants, that's an apt analogy.
yeah, because then you got to run all the way from Firelink Shrine like Zab had to do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But it wasn't too bad. But that's because I'm
Small one.
gamer.
Small cock in the ass.
What?
All right.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
What did
nothing.
he say?
You say small?
You said it wasn't a big deal. You said not too big. Small, cock in the ass.
Wait, I think you need to remind him who Beef Fistius is.
Okay.
I don't think this guy knows who the fuck BFD is. I don't know. It's funny because this is the same guy who tried to save my life in a fight, and now I'm just getting attacked. He risked his life to eat a bullet from me, and now it seems
I'm just
things have changed.
I'm just hanging
Hey,
out. I'm just memeing with the boys.
All you guys
Zabs
need to
is a
know is
little
that I know that
quiet.
boss fight.
That was from a while
Shut
ago.
up, Mace.
You've gotten louder since then. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
I know that boss fight.
Diesel knows that boss fight. Don't worry.
Diesel does know that boss fight, it seems.
Oh man.
Even though he never beat it on anyone else's world.
It's because you guys didn't need me because I just showed you guys how to do the boss fight the first time, and that's it.
See, it
that's
seemed
how-
like now that's funny because it seemed like you needed us. Is what it seemed like. But I don't know. I might just be grasping for straws here.
All right. So, forgot what I was gonna say.
What's the next topic? We got a little off topic.
So this playthrough, this new game run, how do you feel about it? If you're gonna give this playthrough a rating of fun factor out of 10 compared to a Dark Souls 3 run and a Borderlands 2 run.
Ooh. I actually enjoyed it a lot. It's hard to find a game that we are all interested in, I feel like. We all have our own tastes.
Right.
Like with certain things, like I like a competitive game. You know what I mean? I like a game where I'm challenged. Where there's a fight in front of me and it's actually a fight. So that's funny because I fucking cheated, but and like I don't know. I feel like I don't even remember what I was talking about. I feel like it's anytime the three of us are playing a game together, it doesn't even matter what the game is. I can enjoy it because of the company. I'm
Right.
sure that sounds a little sus, but I got socks on, whatever. But I think
right. I hear you,
that
though.
anytime that just like a group activity is way more enjoyable. Just way more enjoyable for me personally. But the game itself has never really mattered. Like I played For
Sure.
Honor, and I've been playing For Honor for like a really long time, and that game is hot fucking dog shit, and it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. There's everything on it is fucking whack. But it's yeah, like if we're playing Rocket League or if we're playing like a goofy game, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like if I'm in good company, the game doesn't even really matter. Like when I get off work of a day, it's nice to be able to connect with friends, even with like the times where you're social distancing, all this fucking crazy shit. It's nice that I can turn on my Xbox and I'm gonna have a good time. You know what I mean? Like no matter, even if
Yeah.
I'm having a bad time, I'm still having a good time. Does
Right.
that make sense?
Yeah. Diesel, before I get your
Even
answer,
if I fucking hate anyone, I still have a good time.
so Zabs, does that mean you'll do an NG Plus run with us?
I am willing to, but I have to get around to Bloodborne.
Right.
But I absolutely would.
You enjoy this
I might do
game
it on a
and
different
the.
character. But yeah,
Gotcha.
this game specifically, I do enjoy. I do enjoy the remaster. Um, for how I don't want to say blind because there's things I know from playing in the past, but there's
Right.
also a lot of things that I just haven't seen before, or
Yeah.
like personally experienced. Like I might have seen it in a video or something.
Right.
But there's a lot of things I just haven't personally experienced, like Go shooting that fucking cattle meat with the arrow.
Right.
Was the hypest shit that has happened to me in a video game in a while. And this game's how fucking old. You know what I mean? And that was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
tiniest shit. You've got this blind giant take a no scope. You can't tell me it's not a no scope because he's fucking blind. It's a blank shot, dude. And he fucking gets him right in. He hobbles him, gets him right in the wing. You can't tell me that's not fucking amazing.
Not to mention, look at how far away he shot the arrow from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Monster. An absolute monster in these streets.
All right, Diesel. How'd you feel about the playthrough?
So, I very comparable to subsequent playthroughs that I've done. This is technically only my second playthrough on remastered that I've done, but again, I've done probably 3 to 4 other playthroughs on the original Dark Souls one, and we all know that we've done multiple playthroughs on Dark Souls 3.
Right.
Too many.
Yeah.
A few.
Yeah. We've done a few. But I would say I would give it probably this playthrough probably about a 9. The thing of it is
Out of
I
what?
just out of 10. 9 out of 10.
Out of 6.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 because the thing for me that I just love about all the Souls games, not just like Dark Souls 1, okay, I say Souls games. I'm just gonna be frank. I don't like Dark Souls 2. But if you include Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, those are like the 3 big main games because I'm not including Sekiro in that topic because I haven't finished it yet. But yeah, these games, it's just you can play it once and then come back to it a bunch of different times and just get a completely different experience out of them. And that's what I love about these games so much is it's never set in stone what experience you're going to have on each playthrough. So, yep.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
so
It
this
wa-
playthrough, 9 out of 10. What about the most recent Dark Souls 3 playthrough we did? What out of 10? Really quick.
9.5.
9.5. All right, splitting hairs. I like it. And then
Why can't
let's
things be fucking
see.
intense?
What was
so
the
close.
most recent other co-op game that we did that wasn't a Souls game? The 3 of us. Let's see. Diesel and I. Oh, and then what about Gears?
Gears.
What about Gears 4? How would you rate the playthrough of Gears 4 out of 10?
I would say
I mean, it's kind of apples and oranges, but in ballpark.
probably about 6.5 to
Game
7.
is game.
Gotcha. 7, 6, 7 out of 10. All
I
right.
was, I did not like the ending.
Fair
I'll
enough.
be honest with you. It was bad.
Fair enough.
See, I like
And then-
that's weird because I like the Gears games. So, and I enjoyed watching you guys play it. But Gears 4 was not like I don't know. It's not like the first trilogy.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like it's a
It's just
343
not it.
Industries for Halo scenario because that was when the Coalition started
Yeah.
doing them instead of Epic. So there is
Yeah,
that.
That's
But
what
I
it
guess they
feels
did good
like.
with
It
Gears
feels like
5. We need to play it though.
Halo 4.
Yeah. And then Diesel, if Zabs and I tomorrow said, "Hey, we're starting up NG Plus with Dark Souls 1," you're in?
Starting tomorrow.
Yeah. If I was like Diesel tomorrow, we're playing Dark Souls 1, are you in?
Yeah, I'll have to. I gotta pick up a few items of the game before we would start that. But yeah, I'd be in.
Sweet. Rescue
I have
Taco
to
Guy
finish
says,
it.
"Woo! What's up, Taco? How you
Well,
doing?
it is Devil's Night.
It is Devil's Night. How you doing, Taco? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by the podcast. I guess is what I'm gonna call it. The podcast.
Just
Um,
chatting.
just chatting. Just thanks for stopping by the chat. All right.
This one's for you.
So Zabs and Diesel and I do enjoy playing games together. And what exactly the game has to offer isn't quite as important, but it is nice when a game has a lot of tools for us to use to interact with each other. And I'm going to get to that a little bit later when we start comparing Dark Souls to other games. But I do think that a huge strength of the Dark Souls games is that we get to play them together. Rescue Taco says he's alright, just a little bit worried. Don't worry, Taco. The demons aren't going to get you tonight. You stay here and I'll protect you from all nefarious sources of evil.
Stay with us, guy.
Yeah, stay with us. Also,
So in
donate.
the short amount we've been talking. That's funny. In a short amount of the time we've been talking, I've killed every single torso demon in Izalith.
Torso demon.
Nice.
Yeah,
Taurus?
just big leg boys, whatever. The big leg boys.
Big legs.
The dinosaurs. I killed every single one of them, hoping that something would happen, and nothing's happened.
Yeah.
And it was a huge
nothing
waste
happens.
of time,
Yeah.
and that's quite upsetting.
That's-
Because there are so
yeah.
many of them that you think that it would give you, like, anything, and I got literally nothing. There's just so many. Like, I don't know. I just
Hold on,
thought I
Taco
would
did a lot
get
of
something
hydrates.
for my efforts.
Thank you, Taco.
Fucking thing.
All right, I need to make sure. I'm gonna watch this very carefully to see if he does another one. So, what are some goals you guys would have for an NG Plus run? Because there are a lot of NPC quest lines we didn't do.
Yeah.
We didn't
Maybe
do
story
together. We
stuff.
didn't do Gaping Dragon or Painted World. Zabs, you went through the depths in the Painted World.
I haven't fought either boss though, but I did get through the areas.
I might come help you with those, but yeah, we would do stuff like that.
I want to do. If we did an NG Plus run, I definitely want to go through the depths and the Painted World, since I made it a point that I wasn't going to do it on this playthrough.
So you couldn't just do it now.
I could, but if we're gonna do NG Plus tomorrow, I mean, why do I need to go through those areas?
So it's a hypothetical, Diesel.
See, I'd rather go through them now, so I wouldn't have to go through them on New Game Plus,
Makes them
since
to
it's
be
all
harder.
optional.
Yeah,
You'd
but
rather have it be harder.
Yeah.
Get the boss souls, get the weapons
That's
now. But,
Yeah. I don't know. I might. If we do New Game, I don't know, there's no way to nerf myself.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why I didn't. Because I planned on doing NG Plus, so I wanted to have like the real NG Plus experience, and that's the whole reason why I didn't do what you did, Zeb.
There's a couple
I
ways.
didn't go too overboard. The only reason why I even did it in the first place was just because I wanted fashion, and then it still seems that it's
And then you just couldn't
completely,
stop.
utterly useless. Yeah, there was that. Yeah, it was a not wanting to stop. It was more like that. It was like, why should I? You know,
Yeah.
Man.
like,
you
who's
could-
gonna tell God no.
You could.
Like that was the argument I had with myself there.
There's a ring that halves your health.
The
There's.
Calamity Ring, I have it.
Yeah. You could.
Oh, you
you
could
could wear
use
the
that.
Calamity Ring.
You could use
wear
that,
the
or you
Calamity
could use
Ring,
the
that'd be
Dusk Ring, which gives
Dusk Ring that
yeah,
does.
it
I know
gives
what
you
you
more
could do.
spell casts.
Well, I was gonna say he could
Oh, like
use
play
the
spells.
Calamity
Yeah.
Ring and make it to where he always had to have the symbol of avarice on.
You could do
That's
some meme runs.
Absolutely fucking ridiculous. How would I even? I couldn't even. You wouldn't even be able to.
You're on a-
Symbol of
Yeah, you
avarice.
could.
You're on a timer.
Well,
Yeah, you're on a timer.
maybe not. Maybe not until. Wait, do you?
Because
I
there's not
forget
something
that-
like the Aldrich Ruby where you can regen health on a backstab or
Right.
anything.
Yeah, there's nothing I can regen health on. There's not even like the ring of
Uh,
the Firstborn.
Well,
It doesn't do the same
there is a
thing,
ring. Yeah,
but
there's
it doesn't do the
the
same thing.
there's the shield that regens health from Paladin Leroy,
I have that. Yeah.
but I don't know how much it
Doesn't
is.
Yeah.
doesn't the
It might
bonfires that you
counteract, though.
kindled in NG, aren't they already kindled for you in NG plus?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
That's what I thought.
that's fat. That's
Yeah,
nice.
it's really nice.
That's quality of life. I can get behind shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like why would you have to do it again? That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Because I've kindled most of them from my nefarious acts.
All right, and then would you guys, after doing the NPC quests and everything, you want to do an NG plus, still want to see it all the way through to the end, considering what the end of the game sort of looks like for Dark Souls 1? It's a lot of just like running through to the end of long areas and shitty bosses. Looking at you, Beta Chaos.
Yeah, that was a specific shout out. I
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
I think I would be able to enjoy it more being able to just kind of do like a boss rush kind of mode, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, who can we fuck up now? Ooh, who's next?
Right.
You know, I think I would be able to enjoy that. Yes,
I think they just added a boss rush mode to Sekiro. Did I hear about that?
they did.
I
I heard
to
about
try that
that.
out.
I heard about that too.
They've added a couple of things.
Yeah.
The little DLC they had. I don't know if it's anything like story wise or anything. Oh my god.
I don't think so. I think it's just like outfits and boss rush or something.
Oh wow, what is that? Oh okay. Sorry, I found something
That's okay. I forgive you for finding
quite
something.
concerning.
So let's see. So Zebs, you have a similar experience with Dark Souls 2, right? You remember playing some of it, but not quite finishing it?
Yeah, I also own it, as well as the original Dark Souls 1. I just was a boy and had no patience then to like actually like learn anything or like care about anything.
Right.
So I obviously got nowhere with that. I played it a little bit, was like, oh man, look at me, and then never gave a fuck about it.
Right. So
I
right
don't
now
like
you
the-
have... Go ahead, Diesel, sorry.
I was just saying, I don't like the whole mechanic in Dark Souls 2 about where the human effigy mechanic, where if you're human and you die, you lose a fraction of your health, which
Yeah.
was not the case in any of the other Dark Souls.
Yeah, but is that way in Demon Souls, kind of?
Well, I also haven't played Demon Souls, so
I see.
Speaking of, I am so
Yeah.
excited.
I have a note about
Yeah.
that. Because I just remembered while we were talking. Demon Souls Remake is going
I
to be
think I
awesome.
might buy a PS5
Yeah.
specifically for that.
Yeah, Demon Souls Remake would be the reason I buy a PS5, at least towards launch. There are some other games that
Yeah.
I'm excited about coming to PS5 eventually, but that would be the game that I'd buy a PS5 early for. Let's
I
see.
just
God
have a,
games
s- I
always have
just
the
have a
same vibe.
sneaking suspicion
That's why I
that
have a problem with them.
Yeah.
I have a sneaking suspicion that they aren't going to put Bloodborne on PS5, so that's kind of why I'm holding out to figure out whether or not they're going to do that or not.
It'll be backwards compatible at the very least. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just... That just flew right into my fucking face. That might be fun to go back and make a clip of. That was weird. God, I got so fucking distracted. What was I talking about? Bloodborne. Yeah, we'll see. Mostly, yeah, Demon Souls. So, Zabs, you've got priorities with Bloodborne coming up next. But
I have to play it.
after playing through and brushing up on Dark Souls 1, are you leaning more towards holding out and playing other games until Demon Souls Remake comes around? Or are you willing to maybe go back and refresh on Dark Souls 2 in the same way that we did with Dark Souls 1? What's your next Soulsborne game gonna be that you refresh on, basically?
I have Dark Souls 2 installed, and I planned on doing that. I kind of really wanted to, just before Demon Souls. You know, just get a
Right.
touch base with
So
it.
before Demon
Just
Souls.
say hi. just say hi, but I definitely want to get to Bloodborne. I'm very
Gotcha.
interested in it. I'm just bad at it for some reason. It's the first Dark Souls game, like from soft game that I found that I'm bad at.
Right.
So that gives me a drive as well as an anger to not play it.
Right. A little bit of a love
Well,
hate.
Yeah,
well,
it definitely gives me a drive to play it. I just haven't played enough of it because I've died to both bosses,
Right.
if
both
I
tutorial
remember
bosses. So
correctly, if I remember
exactly.
correctly, didn't Skinny, will you agree with this on in the terms of like Bloodborne? Isn't it? There's like a really big learning curve at the very start of the game.
Of Bloodborne,
Yeah.
I would say yes. You are pretty much thrown up against a big variety of enemies, um, two very different bosses, and limited healing items. You have a lot of ways to use health, and you have to both learn that you have limited healing items, but then also learn to be okay with that at the same time. You have to. There's a lot of terms that the game throws at you up front that you have to be okay with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, but see, I like the life gem aspect of Dark Souls too.
Interesting.
I like
Yeah.
that I can have as many of them as I want. I don't have it like same thing with like embers or like humanities and any of them. I feel like Diesel. I feel like specifically. I don't know about Skinny specifically, but I know Diesel. You always seem to care about the humanities you have or the embers you have, especially embers in Dark Souls 3. I remember
Thank you for
you
the
specifically
bits.
coming and dropping off, embers to you because you didn't
Well,
think you had enough.
that
You know what
was
I mean?
I would say
Mm.
that would be me in the first couple of playthroughs I did, and the only
Yeah,
reason
yeah.
that
You got more relaxed.
was
Yeah.
was because Dark Souls 3 was my first Dark Souls. So
Okay. Right. I can sympathize with that, but my thing is that I've always like even just I've never cared about that. Like
yeah,
I can play these games, and I think I can play these games because of my personality of how much I don't care.
yeah,
I see.
It'll be fine. Like I know
yeah.
that, and I know like with my Bloodborne playthrough, I know that I can walk away from it and come back whenever I'm ready, and it'll be the same game sitting there waiting for me. I'm just not ready.
Hey Zabs,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
my dad says he'll give me more bits if you share your first name. So that's in your court.
So I have a power play here. Huh?
You do. Also, Mace's been modifying my emotes and putting Halloween stuff on me, and it's great. It's cute. Thanks,
That's
Mace.
nice. The last thing I saw was Mace wanted you to mute me. I thought that was really funny.
That was pretty funny. I did think
I
that was
wanted to
funny.
talk about that. She was like, "Yeah, I think so." I thought that was really funny.
Oh man.
I totally get what you're
First name.
saying about your first name.
Finish your topic, and then we can jump around over there.
Yes, we'll loop back around to Zeb's first name, which may or may not start with a D.
See, but I kind of like my. I've got like that little picture of Zabs. You know what I mean? Like that's all you need. Like that's
That's
perfect.
him. That's him right there.
Yeah. Like I kind of like the idea of that just being me.
Right.
And that's all you get. That's it.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fucking fit.
My dad sent a
I kinda
crying
like it.
face.
I kinda like that. That's just.
Let's see. I get what you're saying about that's sort of an attitude you have to come to play Dark Souls to its fullest. A lot of the time, you have to be okay with dying
Yeah.
and losing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Souls absolutely taught me a valuable lesson, and this is gonna sound weird, but it absolutely taught me that life progresses through death. And it sounds weird, but I mean,
Right.
think about it. Think about it.
Yeah.
You can't tell me it doesn't. Like even in the real world, that sentence applies.
Right. Yeah, I get
And I
that.
think that's really interesting about the game is that it is like that.
Hmm.
Well, and I think that's the whole reason why on my first couple of playthroughs through any of the Dark Souls games, that's why I just didn't get the hang of it, because right off the bat I was just constantly like, oh, I need this, I need this,
Right,
I need
I
that.
need to have my Ember. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
especially with our Dark Souls 3 playthrough when you were first
yeah,
learning it. I remember that how you were very
yeah.
you cared about the little things, and I felt like
Yeah.
that was the wrong way to go about the game.
Yeah, and I learned, like, after multiple playthroughs of not just Dark Souls 3, but Dark Souls 1 and even Bloodborne, like, don't care about the little things and you'll be fine. It's
Right.
just,
Absolutely.
It has been brought up that I have said the sentence, "Yeah, I get that," too much. So, Diesel, I
can't say
don't
that
get
no
that.
more.
Diesel, I don't get it. Can you please elaborate?
what?
What do you mean by the little things?
Little things like embers, losing your souls,
Hmm.
just, you don't need, yes, you do need them, but they're not essential to progressing the game. What's essential to progressing any one of these games is learning the mechanics, learning
Hmm.
the boss
Area.
patterns and
Mm,
areas. It's just not like the little things will fall into place once you learn all of like the
Yep.
mechanics of the
right.
game.
Like the knowledge is more
Absolutely.
important than the resources.
And
Exactly.
I never thought that you understood that, Diesel. So hearing you say that, I'm actually kind of fucking bewildered. I'm
Yep.
losing my mind.
Yep.
I didn't think you understood that.
You know what,
No.
Diesel?
I It
I
took
get
multiple
that.
playthroughs for me to
I
understand
see how
that,
much
but
you've grown, and I appreciate you.
Endgame says, "Ayo,
thank you.
ayo." What's up, everybody? Also, now is a
Oh,
great
hey, Dark
time
Souls stream.
to just throw any sort of like feedback or critique of the channel that you have at us, because we're just going to be here listening and chatting. So if you want something that I'm going to give my attention to directly, go ahead and throw that at me now. My dad says, "Props, Diesel." Yeah, props to you.
Hey, thanks.
You learned how to play a game. We're very proud of you.
Well, thanks.
Hey, a bit. Thank you for the bit, Father. And thank you, Moobot, for reminding people to give me money.
Ubot's on top of shit. Always.
Moobot is always on
Where
top
did you?
of it.
Where is that? Like what it's named, or did you come up with that?
That's what it's named.
You can't like rename it.
I wonder if I can. I don't think so. Maybe I'll work on it. Maybe I'll look into it.
You could
I set
rename it.
Moobot
It'd
up
be
at
really cool.
in the beginning.
Something different.
That would be. I set him up in the beginning. I haven't gone back to look at it. I need to sort of tweak some things. All right,
I
so
kind of like the idea of us doing a Dark Souls 2 playthrough
yeah,
or something like that, just so we can capitalize on my idea of being big men. Just three random big men. You just throw names out there, you know?
I do
Just
like that.
someone who you know is just like a massive human.
I've got dibs on Shaq. I want to be Shaq.
Yeah, I like the idea of like Shaq and Chum-Li in the same situation. Just two notoriously big men who should never be intertwined, but here they are. So yeah, I do like the idea of the Dark Souls 2 playthrough.
Brought
but I
together by
think
their
I
sheer
should focus
mass.
on the Bloodborne. Right, yeah.
Celestial
like it.
bodies brought together by their gravitational pull. All right, so let's see. Diesel is currently working on Sekiro. Zabs is currently working on Bloodborne. What are the reasons that you guys felt drawn to do this playthrough with me instead of pursuing those games?
Tuesday, you want to go ahead and answer that first?
Yeah. I'm gonna answer this first because I'm pretty sure both Skinny and Zab know the answer to this, but in a sentence, it is boss that I'm stuck on, and it's the learning curve of this game, and I just needed a break.
Gotcha.
So,
And for those who are
but
unfamiliar, Sekiro, Bloodborne, and Dark Souls 1, all made by the same people. It's a very similar style of game from software. And all notoriously difficult, combat heavy, boss focus, world lore, all that jazz. It's all very similar, made by the same people, very similar game. Um, Zabs, do you want to answer before I go more in depth with this point that I wanted to make?
Um, what was the question? Say it again. Just
What is
say
the
I know
reason
I
you
know
were
the answer.
drawn to do this playthrough with myself and Diesel rather than pursuing Bloodborne?
Okay, so Diesel's saying because the boss was hard.
Right, Diesel got stuck
Right,
at the halfway point.
he had a roadblock.
Right.
Yep.
Now I just started the game and have a roadblock, and it's the learning curve for that game.
Right.
I'm too aggressive because of my play style through anything. I want smoke. I want to fight stuff. That's all I want to do.
Right.
So,
Okay.
So in this game where I have to, where like I can time a parry in Dark Souls, right? No problem. You've seen it.
Yeah.
You know it.
I've experienced it. Yes.
Yeah, like it is my bread and butter, and I love things like that. But that game is so focused on that it has my attention, but I don't have the time for it right now.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't have the time to learn that. So I think that's my drawback. I just everyone's got their own shit going on, but I will eventually get around to it.
Gotcha. And then the other thing about that I wanna bring up before I talk more about Dark Souls 1 specifically is that there are Souls-like games on Game Pass. There's the Surge 2 and to an extent Darksiders 3. I think both take a lot of inspiration from the From Software Souls games. And those are games that I could have done a playthrough of in place of this Dark Souls 1 playthrough. I could have stuck to the Game Pass moniker and just done those. But there is something very special about Dark Souls 1, and Diesel, again, made a generous donation and really wanted to do this playthrough to get away from Sekiro.
Yes, I did.
And I was really happy and I encouraged the idea because before I wanted to get into a Souls-like with Game Pass, I felt it was appropriate to pay respects to Dark Souls 1. Because a big thing that it does that other games don't quite take advantage of, in the way that I feel they should, is there is that experience you come to with Dark Souls 1, like Zabs said, where life progresses through death, and you have to accumulate knowledge to progress more than accumulating like resources. And all of these things, the game encourages you to experience them with other people. You can summon in your friends, and they can help you in really dramatic ways, or evil scumbag 8-year-old kids can invade you and steal all your stuff. And learning that you are part of a world where other people can play such a huge role is a very special experience.
Yeah.
And
Oh, absolutely.
like Darksiders, The Surge, Sekiro don't like even Sekiro in From Software's own lineup doesn't have multiplayer. And does The Surge have multiplayer? I don't think The Surge has multiplayer.
I have no idea.
I might
don't
be
know.
talking on my ass again. I do that every once in
That
a
is
while.
that is one of my biggest drawbacks of Sekiro. I'm sorry, I butchered that.
That's all right.
Whatever the fuck that game's called. That was one of the major drawbacks for me, was not being able to do anything with friends. No co-op. Co-op is
Yeah.
a major reason why I like the FromSoft games.
Right.
Because
The Surge 2 does not have co-op, by the way. I double checked real quick.
I see. It's not something like it is like you're supposed to experience it alone. You know what I mean? Like there's things that you're supposed to experience alone. So when you can have a friend there and you can just like fuck that shit up, like it's very nice to make your hard game easy. Like that is that's a very nice feeling, and they specifically do that so that way you can have that feeling to make their hard game easy, and that's why I think that a lot of the glitches are still in this game and didn't get worked out. And even with the Demon Souls, they are leaving in some glitches.
Yeah.
Because they know that their game is so hard, and they want you to experience it to its full potential, absolutely and obviously. But I feel like the co-op is, they didn't do co-op on Sekiro because they wanted to really show the difficulty of one of their games. You know, they didn't get into
Yeah.
customizations
Yeah.
with it. They really wanted to just show what they're made of, and I think that's why I haven't touched it, because that's really scary to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So touching on Sekiro, it is a very finely tuned, specific experience. Miyazaki was like,
Yeah.
I want to create a game that exemplifies the feeling of two swords clashing. And the entire game goes into making that sentence real. It is a game about two swords clashing from beginning to end. And that's it. There's
Only-
no other noise. There's nothing else. That's
Yeah.
the whole point of the game. Of the sound design, everything. It's just that. Bloodborne's co-op is a little bit more finicky and
Pinky.
janky. And for Bloodborne, it almost sort of works in the greater scheme of like the narrative. If it's this big Lovecraftian horror story, then the fact that you like telling a story about you as an individual being so small in the cosmic scheme of things, and everyone else being just small stars passing by that you might be able to reach out and get a faint glimpse of. It's everything feels
Small glimmer of hope.
yeah, people feel so much smaller, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. So it almost works for that, but it is also finicky and janky, and yeah, kind of works, kind of doesn't. But Dark Souls 1 and like the Dark Souls trilogy have co-op and to some extent competitive play at their core. Like it's built into the experience to have
Yeah, the invasion
having other people being such a dramatic influence over your story.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I also think that it's a good start, because it's going to be really awkward to be a Game Pass pal playing a PlayStation 5 game.
Yeah. Yeah.
To stream Demon Souls.
Yeah.
And that's just a series of unfortunate events, obviously. That's
Yeah,
not
we'll,
my
we'll
choice.
we'll burn that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought that was
Oh man. So yeah, we will probably at some point get to some Souls-like games on the channel. The Surge 2, Darksiders 3.
Say
So-
my boy's name. Don't diss my boy. Say it. Say his name. I know it's terrible, but you better say it.
I already know what it is.
Yeah, you do. You better say it. You better put some fucking respect on that game's name. Say Hellpoint.
Oh fuck, Hellpoint's not on Game Pass. Sure, I mean, we can touch on Hellpoint.
This
Sure.
wasn't on. This wasn't on.
Yeah. Fuck, yeah. It would actually be worth bringing up Hellpoint because it does have some fairly fleshed out multiplayer. It's got a co-op component that works.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people you can have in at a time.
Just one other.
Just one other. Okay.
Yeah.
It'd be worth.
And then,
It'd be worth
like
talking
the
about.
invasion aspect is just when you die, like it's just you.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be,
But all in all, I think it's
I'd have to
a
look at it some
very
more.
good replica, and I had a very good time with it, because I think it's not comparable to like it's comparable to like Dark Souls 2. Where
It's comparable to
it's
Demon
fucking
Souls.
bad. Yeah, even Demon
It's comparable
Souls,
to Demon Souls, I would say.
where it's really bad, but it's new, so it shouldn't be, the mechanics shouldn't be that bad, but they are.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Demon
I-
Souls,
I
I am always
enjoy
surprised
it
by how
just
late
because
Demon
of
Souls
the-
came out. It was like 2011 or like 2013 or 9 or something. It was way later than I expected to be for how janky that
Demon
game
Souls
is.
was like 2008,
Was-
maybe. I thought.
Yeah, Demon Souls was 2008. Dark Souls 1 was
Yeah.
2012.
Yeah, Dark Souls
Okay.
1 was in the decade.
Gotcha. Okay. That's still like when I play Demon Souls, I'm like, this is a
Well, that was when.
shitty PS2 game. This is like
Mhm.
this came out in 2005.
Right. But it's not, yeah. I get that, yeah.
And that's how Hellpoint feels. I'm like, oh, this is a shitty PS2 game.
Yeah.
But it does quite a bit. And it is very effective at making you feel like you are a part of a very,
Lost.
yes, you are lost. And you are a part of a
Yes.
very
I
small,
fucking love
complicated
that.
world with lots of moving pieces.
I like the idea in that game, you are fucking nothing, and they let you know that.
Yeah.
And the only way you can amount to something is by decimating everything that said you were nothing. And I like that that is like the true path of the game, right? Like
Right.
the guy who's talking to you the whole time is like, there's a bunch of you, the guy who made you, he's like, there's a bunch of you, do whatever the fuck you want, just give me
Right.
some data, he's like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and then you come face to face with him, and the option is yours, which is also a nice feeling, is options, which is why I
Yeah.
feel like I love any Souls-like game, is because it gives me options, and I can make the option that I personally would make in that situation,
Mm.
which obviously I'd never be in a
Yeah.
situation
Role
like
playing.
that as a fucking, as who I am, but like, but it's nice to be able to put my own twist on things.
Yeah.
Like in Dark Souls, you've got the light and the dark side, right? But in Dark Souls 3, you've got the just kill the bitch and see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's me. That's right up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
And so in Hellpoint, it's like, oh, this guy who's been like really nice to you the whole time, but you still know nothing about. What are you gonna do about it? You gonna scrap him, or are you gonna be nice to him? And it's so to me, like I'm like, yeah, who are you? Like, let's run it. Like let's see what you're made of.
Yeah.
So I like that aspect of that game because there's so many options and so many secret paths and so many secret
Yeah.
things, and the way you progress about the world reminds me of this game a lot, where you can go any direction and you will do something important
Right.
because there's that much to do, and that's what I like about Hellpoint as well, is you can literally go. There's like 4 or 5 directions you can go from the start, and no matter what direction you go, it's something that you'll have to do at some point,
Right. And Hellpoint's
which
like
is
small
nice.
enough in terms of I don't want to say like scale, but like
Yeah,
following that you can
yeah.
be a part of putting the story together right now. Like
Hmm.
it hasn't. I don't. It might have gotten all figured out by now, but I doubt it.
No, I
There's a
absolutely doubt
lot
it.
of the mystery left, and there's
Hmm.
a lot of mysteries left to uncover. You can go explore. And that's the thing, is that we would have to go and play and figure stuff out, and that could be fun. That could be a couple of fun streams. It's like, hey, there are some mysteries still left in the game. Let's see if we can
Yeah.
go contribute to it. Let's see if we can go put some data together,
Hmm.
which is really cool.
Which
It's
I wish
also
we
very
did
finicky and janky, and
more of something like that. No,
parkour is
not
hard.
that games. We don't have to do that game. I'm fine with not playing that game. Like, that's fine. I've never asked you to play that game. But you tried it, and I appreciate you for trying it. I
I
personally
finished
like
it.
it.
I didn't
You
get the
did.
true ending, but
You
I
did.
did finish it.
You finished it, but I wasn't. I couldn't do it with you because of how finicky it was,
Yeah.
which was whack. But Diesel probably gave it 5 minutes. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gave it 5 minutes and I just was like, no.
yeah,
Um,
you didn't even make it through the tutorial. You didn't even
Yeah,
make it past
I
Thunder.
didn't. I didn't. I saw where it was taking me, and I was just like, no. Let me get out of this real quick. Uninstall. Unsubscribe.
Yeah, it was quick. It was quick. It
um.
was like me with Tekken. Very fast.
Oh
And
man.
it was
Oh
something
man.
happened of so much fuckery where there's no looking back.
Rest in peace. All right.
Um,
Oh, so Diesel, do you have any closing thoughts on this point?
um, no, I was just gonna say in terms of like um the gameplay of Dark Souls, going back to Dark Souls 1, like comparing it to Dark Souls 3, I think, in my personal opinion, those two games are the Souls games that do best at being able to play with your friends.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Because you don't have fucking soul memory. Fuck soul memory. All my homies hate soul memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fucking stupid.
Well, see, now this is something a little off topic. I was
Okay.
going back and cleaning out like all my clips on my Xbox,
Right.
and I had saw clips from games that, specifically me and Diesel, we had played like Xenoverse together,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
And then there was a clip. Do you remember this when we were playing Call of Duty Zombies, and you were driving a go kart, and you had like 50 people on it, and you couldn't see
Yep.
anything.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the other
What?
time with a guy, yeah, we had so much fun with it. But
Yeah, it
I
was
think
so
me and
fun.
Diesel can both say we fucking hate that game. And we never play it again. But because me and Diesel were in the same environment, it really
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
able to become a good time.
Well,
Right.
and
And
because
I think
it's
that's always the deeper subject of things from my perspective.
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
I can
and-
absolutely fucking hate a game, but if I'm with my friends, I'm going to enjoy it. That's
Right.
it's so to me the game itself, it's hard for me to say anything about.
Right.
Because every game has its problems because developing of games it's a hard process. So every game has its problems, and there's not a whole lot of games that I do like, but the Souls games I absolutely love, even with all their quirks and problems.
Right.
But to be able to play it co-op is what I enjoy so much about it. So that's why I have not played like Sekiro. And that's
Right.
why I wanted to do Hellpoint, just because the game was so fucking bad that I knew if I played it with my friends, I'd have a great time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We'd see some dumb shit and we'd have a good laugh.
And
or
so,
like the time whenever sorry to cut you off, Skinny, but the time whenever going back to that Call of Duty clip, the other
Yeah.
clip that was really funny was whenever we got back into another lobby on that same like game mode,
Game
and
mode.
we got a Zab got a go-kart, and I guess somebody jumped on the go-kart before me, and then Zab thought it was me, and he just started taking off, and I was like, no, wait.
No, dude. Let me tell you what happened, because I actually just sent that message to the group chat, even though it's from
Okay.
like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
A guy on a fucking quad leaves me, and I'm like so close, and like I could almost feel the press hold X to
Right.
get on, right? Like it was so close. He skirts off, goes. I hear beep 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 from behind me. I turn around. It's a guy in a fucking mongoose. I'm changing games, obviously.
Right.
And I get in. And now when you get in a mongoose in that game, you're facing backwards, right?
right.
And what I'm looking at is Diesel trying to get on this same fucking go-kart, and I just took the last spot, and this guy fucking leaves him, and Diesel's
Yep.
just pissed. You can see him
Yep.
jumping in the background. You can see I just sent it to that fucking message chat on the
Right.
Xbox.
It
You
was-
should watch it. It's fucking funny, dude. And that's
Yeah,
what he's
it's
talking
hilarious.
about. But yeah, like something like that. Like we can still remember that.
Right.
And it was so long ago, and it's not the game that was important.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why I feel like I couldn't. That's why I feel like I don't want to play Sekiro.
I hear you.
Sekiro.
I hear you.
Because
So,
I won't be able to enjoy it with my friends.
something that I look for, to that point, something that I look for with good co-op games is a mesh between the story of friends enjoying an experience together and the context of the game, so that the two stories merge and create the experience, if that makes sense. It's not just that we were hanging out and had a good time, and it's not just that the game's story and sandbox is good, it's that we were able to have that specific experience because of the tools that the game gave us. Jackbox is like the quintessential example of that, right? We can only, like, the game has very simple, rudimentary frameworks for us to create these crazy, wacky stories. And there's very specific ones when we had very specific prompts that ended with
Yep.
legendary moments that only could have happened because of the tools the game gave us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now that's interesting. Now that's an interesting subject. Now what games have done that for us?
So
Like obviously Jackbox, but what other
there's-
games have done that for us? Where was the specific mechanic of the game that was able for us to have fun? What would you say?
There's so Dark Souls 3 PvP is a very interesting example because build variety
It's interesting for
often.
you to bring up.
Yes, I have broken a lot of things. Diesel has broken some things. Zabs has also broken some things. We've all broken a couple things. There's a lot that goes into why I bring a specific loadout to a fight, and there's a lot that goes into what Zabs will bring if he knows what I'm bringing in, if he doesn't know. And there's a lot that goes into the mind game specifically between two people.
Let's just be honest. So you guys know exactly what I'm gonna bring every single time.
Exactly,
In terms
and
of
that's
Dark Souls 3 PvP.
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There's such a legacy there, and it all has to do with the tools that the game gave us. And for me, a lot of the time it was how I came to wield such a tool. Like if there's a weapon that I really worked hard to get, like the dragon bone tail spear, that thing's not good. But I would still try so hard to use it all the time.
So funny.
It was really funny. I worked really hard to get it, and it was really funny. And so there's things like that where there's effort or an experience that went into like if we were farming for like a legendary drop, and then we finally get it, and then we take it into an encounter, and it's like dog shit. And Zab's beef tea just blows me out of the water, even though I got this gun that I was farming for ages.
Or the amount of effort that you had to put in to learn how to roll through Chaos Bed Vestiges.
Right.
See now, but I don't think you can say that I did bullshit because I did a lot of cool shit.
No, you did. You did. I was pulling an
Like
example out of my ass.
when we play those when we do like duels like that, this is because I know who you are,
Right.
and I feel like you can't have a friendship without competition, right? Like there's
Right.
always like a little competition, like a little friendly competition between friends, like always. So I absolutely try to go above and beyond to not just win, but to make it like a spectacle,
Right. And
like to make it
yeah.
worth it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And Dark Souls 3
So, like,
affords that. Like the term that you use in game design is an affordance. What does the game
Okay.
give you? What are the tools available to you? And to do whatever you want with them, right? We have this dueling system. How did we use the dueling system? We have all these weapons and weapon archetypes and weapon arts and spells and all these crazy things. How do we use them for what we want, right? If the game has co-op as an affordance, and it has competition, it has competitive 1v1s as an affordance, how do all of the other aspects of the game factor into that? And is it a positive experience? Does it enhance the stories that we make together? Hey, Taco just got a girlfriend. Is that what he just said? Oh my god. Taco says, guess
said,
who got a
"Guess who got a
girlfriend? My friend Dave.
My
Oh,
friend Dave.
never mind.
It wasn't
All right,
me.
well,
Yeah, you got way too hyped, dude.
I'm sorry.
Dang, dude.
Taco spends too much time in your chat to be getting bitches. I'm just
Damn.
kidding, Taco.
Damn.
I don't think he spends
He
enough
didn't-
time.
He didn't even hesitate to say that.
I appreciate you.
I'll forever be lonely. Don't worry. One day, you'll find someone. You'll find the taco for you.
Is
So
that like a sexual innuendo?
I don't know. I was maybe
I can't say.
What is that, like a double taco from Taco Bell?
the Taco Bell. I don't understand why they have a double taco when you could have something like a gordita crunch. Just get the gordita crunch.
Cheesy gordita crunch slash.
Cheesy
What do you-
gordita crunch is
what do you
so
get-
good.
All right, off topic.
Wait.
What
Hold
do
on. Let
you
me.
get from
I'm so
Taco
close.
Bell.
Okay, so I used to always get a beef quesarito with no sour cream, cheese or gordita crunch, maybe a couple of the beefy nacho loaded grillers. Mwah.
Yep,
But
yep,
now,
yep.
if I go ask them for a beef quesarito, they go, we don't have those. And if I go, oh, well, can I get some beefy nacho loaded grillers? They go, we don't have those. Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
But sometimes if I order online, it's still on the menu, and then they give them to me. I
They have
order
to
it.
make it
Yeah, they have
because
to make
it's-
it.
Yeah. That's the reason. That's the reason why they take things off the menu, just because those motherfuckers complained about not wanting to make things. Did you hear? Dude, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Because did you hear? They almost took quesadillas off the fucking menu. Because
What?
they said
Whoa,
it's
whoa,
one of
whoa, whoa, whoa,
the
whoa.
hardest
Hold the
things for
fucking
them to
phone.
make. I make quesadillas. I am a fucking white boy. Okay, and I can make a bomb ass quesadilla. It's not hard.
I
It's
can't
not
believe
hard.
they
Oh no.
were gonna take the
Chicken quesadilla.
quesadillas.
If you took a chicken quesadilla off the fucking menu, I'm telling you right now, there would be riots. There would be
Yes.
mayhem.
Yes. 100%.
Wake of a
Things
nation.
would never go back. Yeah, absolutely. What, Black Lives Matter? No, dude. Did you hear? There's no fucking quesadilla. What the fuck are you talking about, George Floyd? Wake
Oh,
up,
man.
Did you hear about them fucking quesadillas?
Oh no. You gotta stop saying stuff. I'm gonna get demonetized. I don't even on YouTube.
This ain't YouTube.
I know. You never know.
Listen.
Don't put this podcast on
Sometimes, listen.
No. Hey, don't. I got a
Sometimes
point
get
coming
little
up.
raunchy.
Oh no. They don't know what home is. That's actually really funny, Taco. That's quite funny. All right, so this week was Dark Souls week.
That's really funny.
That was really funny. This week was Dark Souls week. Sorry, we missed Thursday. My head broke. This coming week, we have Mortal Shell, another not Xbox Game Pass game, and I'm gonna be playing it on PC. So, fuck
So
y'all.
excited to watch it.
I'm really excited about it.
Because
I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any gameplay of it,
Same
so
here.
I'm excited.
Guys, I'm so excited.
to
Been
see it.
trying to stay
All right.
quiet,
So,
'cause I was gonna, but I'm excited to watch you play. That sounds.
so they have a Halloween update that goes until November 5th, which is why
Yeah.
I'm playing it right now, because they covered all of the boss tracks with heavy metal, and it's so fucking cool. Anyways, so that's gonna be really exciting.
But I don't like that. I don't know if I like that.
You can turn it on or off.
No.
I don't know if that helps
I don't
you.
like that if I like that it's gonna go away.
I don't know how much of it is
I don't
going
like
away.
events. I never liked events because they're limited, and I think it takes a lot away from.
I
I don't like limitations to my gaming.
I see what you're saying, but it's
Like when you
It-
do something cool, leave it.
it's just marketing, dude. Like it's fear of missing out, which isn't the most
Right, yeah, I
effective.
know.
FOMO isn't the most effective marketing tool, but
That's-
it is a thing.
That's why the system's fucked.
Yeah,
Because another thing that's a problem, like the $70 games for the next gens,
and still
and-
having pre-order bonuses.
and it's still the Bloodborne, dude, or not the Bloodborne, the Demon Souls.
Yeah,
dude.
the Demon Souls remake.
The
yeah,
fact that you're gonna have
it's
a
terrible.
like on a fucking Demon Souls, and then they
On a
confirm
remake,
that
yeah.
it's not gonna be. There's
Yeah, it's
a
it's
lot
big
of
time.
there's the 3 or 4 items
Four,
are gonna be
four,
accessible.
three? Yeah,
Like,
Yep.
why would you?
yeah, it's
Oh,
bad.
God.
It's bad.
and especially PlayStation's motto of we're gonna do.
Yeah, watch the
for
set.
free,
Yeah,
whatever.
play
you
without
know.
limits. Play without limits,
Yeah,
and then
play
they've
without limits. Yeah,
they've got
whatever they
pre-order
say.
bonuses.
Yeah, yeah, like yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
But
bad.
you know it's not the people who care about their jobs, right? Like it's not the people that are putting that effort into those boss
Yeah.
designs and the fucking graphics and the changing of weapon styles and everything like that, you know, and revamping
Yeah.
all that. It's
I'm in
not
the
those people.
I'm in the Mortal Shell Discord. I'll do some research to see if all of the stuff from the event is going to be going away. I think that it's like you can just get the skins now and you might be able to keep them
Mhm.
later, and I think that maybe you can always alternate the boss tracks when it's over, but there's like decorations up in the world that I think are going to be going away.
Right.
Like there's like
which makes
pumpkins
sense,
and stuff all
right.
over the place. So I'm gonna
Right,
find out
which makes
exactly what
sense.
the
It's just
extent of the
like,
November 5th cutoff is. It may or may not be so bad. I'm gonna try and look into it. And
But
then
yeah,
Deep
I
Rock
mean, mostly
Galactic.
pre-order stuff.
Yeah, pure so bad.
Ooh.
Deep Rock Galactic. Once it comes to Game Pass, it's announced that it was coming to Game Pass soon. It was like part of a big batch that was supposed to come, and most of the batch has already come, like as of yesterday. So it should be soon, very soon. Deep Rock Galactic will be on Game Pass, and it'll be on Android, PC, and Xbox. So whatever you're on, enjoy. We're definitely gonna play the shit out of that. That sounds like so much fun. Speaking of co-op games,
Yes.
Um,
That. Yeah. exactly, because it'd be, I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna. It's gonna
Okay.
be like a
Uh-oh.
Minecraft that isn't boring.
Yeah, probably. I get so I existential dread immediately when I start playing Minecraft. Like,
I
I find sand, I find gunpowder, I find wood for a pressure plate, and then I wait for like 5 hours and think about the miserable failure that I am until I hear a poof in the background, and then the endorphins go,
Yeah.
yay, and then I'm back, and then I'm back to sad.
see. I
Anytime
think.
you guys say that you guys are gonna play Minecraft, I'm just like, no, you guys have fun.
See, I became a god in Minecraft, right?
Right?
I did. I got all netherite shit.
Yeah.
I have a stack of 64 TNT. I only said that here. But no one is willing to challenge my fucking god. And that's
Yeah.
what makes me sad.
Yeah.
I did all of this and I amounted to such glory. And I did it all for nothing, for no one to try and usurp me, for no one to try and take my things. Why aren't you guys more inventive? This is what I want. Why aren't you as mean as me? Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you try to fuck with my shit in Minecraft? None of us care. None of us
I,
care about Minecraft. It would
dude,
be so much
I
fun
did. Do you
to
remember
fuck
that
with each
time
other.
when I found your underwater house, and then Minecraft just
Oh,
isn't
and that
really
was fun. And
suited
that was fun.
for like a how do I say this? A war between the classes. Like, if Zabs has a lot of stuff and I want to go fuck with him, so I build my little
You
thing,
want my
I go
stuff.
blow up his doorstep, and then that's done. He comes over and he puts like 7 source blocks of lava on top of my house, and then everything that I own has been evaporated, and now I'm just back from scratch. And it's like, ah, well,
Okay.
fuck, I'm alright.
Okay. 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 That's an
Rescue
exaggeration.
Taco
But
guy
that did
says,
happen.
well, gotta go. Good night. All right, see you, Taco. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Yeah, Minecraft isn't quite as well suited for like direct competition. Well,
I think it is.
indirect
I
competition, I
think it
would
has
say.
to wait though. You know what I mean? I feel like my situation was only retaliation. I might have
Yeah, I feel like if
went a
we
little overboard.
aren't setting like if we aren't setting rules from the start and like starting at the same time and we both have the same goal of conflicting
We
with
can
each
make
other.
it more of a competition.
Right, we
Right.
could make
Right.
it more of a competition, but we were
And
also
that
playing
could
with
be
like 4 other
interesting.
people that all had their own separate goals. And
Right. Like
there's like
Evan's
that
actually
sort of like
doing like
chivalry
cool
to it
shit.
where I don't want to be blowing stuff up next to Evan's house because then he gets
Hmm.
pissed and there's all
Make
that.
it look like ass, and he's got this fucking nice looking.
Yeah, I just want like my dueling mode, right? Like I got my stuff, I'm gonna go fight Zabs in the dueling mode, and it's easy.
Right. That's. I feel like that's because that's how we've done it for a lot of
Oh
games.
yeah, that's
You
true.
know, we
Yeah.
even Call of Duty, all the fighting games we did. We did For Honor. We fought each other in that all the time. Dark Souls 3, the PvP, obviously in that. We did that more than
Yeah.
anything. But even before that, in Warframe, dude, remember going into the little pit in Warframe? You know what I'm saying? Like we'd always just go at it for the sole
Yeah.
purpose of fuck you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like that's the start of a good friendship.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Oh yeah.
that's a good foundation.
Yeah. So I don't know how much direct competition Deep Rock Galactic is gonna have. I don't think it's much. I think it's mostly a cooperative game. But Warframe's also mostly a
Right.
cooperative game, and that didn't stop us from
Right.
finding a way. So we'll see.
But they had like a little. It was like a little thing, and whoever won or lost, it didn't really hinder your game. It was just like
Right.
a good little competition between friends.
Yeah. Oh, and even Monster Hunter World just has arm wrestling, and that was still enough for us to spend a
Yes.
solid chunk of
Yes.
time arm wrestling the
Yes.
fuck out of each other.
That's the
So,
perfect example right there. How many times, dude? How many
right.
times?
All you need is a
And
all
the
you need is
dumbest
a
thing.
mash B arm wrestling mode. That's all you need.
At least for us,
Yeah.
it's enough to entertain us.
Right.
If that says anything.
So those are really the 2 games that I have for sure, like on my radar for the next week of streaming. So if there's anything else you guys want to see, like speak now or hold your peace until the next time you see me, and then let me know then. Join the Discord. Follow me on Twitter, I guess, if you really want to. There's a bunch of links. I've got like a blog website thing that I started to like post about my projects. So if you are a person who is invested in me punching my microphone every once in a while, me doing my projects of various types and kinds and whatever, follow me on that. There's a link to that somewhere. I don't know. I guess I could put that on the Twitch channel. I think there's a link to it on my Instagram or somewhere else. I need to get my life together. This episode of streaming this little podcast thing, this can go up on YouTube, just so it's like a little archive, like a little timestamp of the channel. You can see what we were up to, what we were talking about of this week. Yeah, I don't know. You guys have any final thoughts about what we did this week, what we got coming up next week? Games, stuff, life?
Wait, that's it? We're done?
Yeah.
No.
It's been an hour and a half.
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I had to restart the
Um,
Dark Souls 1 loop. Dark Souls 1 hour loop.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm not. This isn't gonna be happening for a while, I'm sure, but I think at some point me and Skinny are wanting to do a Bloodborne playthrough once I get through with Sekiro. So
You gotta wait,
Yeah.
for me to get through Bloodborne, guy.
I have to get my copy of Bloodborne back from Zabs. He has to finish it.
that's fine. It's still gonna take me a while to get through Sekiro. I mean, like I said earlier, I think I'm only
Don't
like
rush, bud.
I'm only like 25% of the way through Sekiro. So
Yeah, there are games that we have like a couple weeks out. Diesel and I think, want to play Gears 5. I mean, I might even get around to the original Gears trilogy if I really feel like it. It feels a little weird jumping in at 4, but that could be a fun few days of streaming. I'm just getting through 1, 2, and 3.
Gears of War 2, baby.
Gears of War 2. It's like Halo 2, man. I hear such good things about 2.
I kind of want to play Gears.
I have a
1, 2, and
poster of
3,
Gears of
which
War
I know
2.
it's
Nice.
not co-op, but
I have a poster of Gears of War 2 and Halo 3 ODST.
That's
Because
badass.
they were both the coolest fucking things to
Mhm.
happen to either franchise.
Yeah. We've got Diesel and I are gonna play Bloodborne together after Diesel finishes Sekiro, which may or may not happen in this lifetime.
nice, nice caption there, guy.
Yeah, Halo Infinite is gonna come out someday. There's been a big controversy recently about the armor coatings system. I might give a hot take on that either here, or maybe I'll make a post about it on my blog, because it would just be like a short little complaining rant about how it's bad. But that's gonna be really interesting because it's had one hell of a development cycle. It's been in development for a long time, switched hands a lot of times. So I'm still hopeful, but it's not looking good. So yeah, lots of stuff for us to do coming up. There will probably be fewer streams than you might be used to if you've been following the channel for a while. I think we're gonna be cutting back there a little bit. Rescued Bacon. Oh,
Let me interrupt you. here.
hold on. There's a new
You,
person named Rescued Bacon. We had a Rescued Taco. Now there's a Rescued Bacon. What's up, Rescued Bacon? Continue,
well,
Zabs.
I wonder if they know each other. Have you made any YouTube video? Have you made a new one
A new one. Not
since the last highlight reel?
No. We were working on Jacob and I were working on something, and then it
Fell through.
fell through a little bit. Yeah.
Something happened. I feel like YouTube. I think you have to get. I think you gotta get a better drive for that.
Yeah.
I feel like YouTube is. I feel like you're always hearing bad shit about YouTube, but there's so many people on YouTube. There's always people on YouTube, but they'll say something stupid though, like, "Oh, there's no one on YouTube. You know." Blah, blah, blah. But I feel like everyone's on fucking YouTube. Like, I'm talking to this guy who's
Yeah.
got 2 kids today, and he's talking to me about how he watches like Twitch and like YouTubers and everything. And I'm
Right.
like, "You're like 36." And I'm like, "Yeah." And I got 2 kids. Like, what's up? Like, this, like all dudes do this. And like,
Yeah.
I realized that this isn't like a this isn't like a boys' game. This is a
Yeah.
field.
Yeah. It definitely is. And if I want, yeah, I hear ya. I need to put a little bit more into it. It's just that I either need to pick up editing myself or pay my editor more, I guess, so that he actually starts doing work for me. Yes, the Rescue Taco was here. We were friends on the Xbox 360 days. You see, what I'm sensing here is a meme from Rescue Taco. I think that you're pulling my leg here, Taco. I have been around the block once or twice. I think I know a meme when I see it.
No. Give this guy a chance.
All right. You know what? Rescue Bacon, I believe that you were friends with Taco in the 360 days. Wait, is Taco even alive in the 360 days?
Here's a question.
Okay.
Here's a question.
Okay.
What's your gamer tag?
Yeah, what's your game tag?
What's your game tag?
No, like yours.
He was young. Yes, I believe it. Well, you came, Bacon. You came in here at the tail end of this here podcast. Nice to meet you. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. Yes, so this will be up on YouTube, and I've got YouTube projects in my head that I just need to get on paper, and then sort of like mapped out. I might start with some light editing stuff and then move towards more heavily scripted, heavily edited stuff in the future. But I'm going to try to get some of that out there. I'm trying to like figure out how I want to allocate time and what exactly I want to work on the most and all that. So expect more coming from your boy Skinny. It might just not all come in at the same place in like fancy time intervals and all that. How old is he? He's like, I don't know, 36? Something like that. Taco's 36, right? He's in 8th grade. He's just like 36. Yeah. His buddy Dave just got a girlfriend.
Taco's lore more than me.
His buddy Dave just got a girlfriend, so make sure to congratulate Dave.
Is Mace still out there? Is Mace still in the chat?
Mace is probably
Is
still
Mace
in
in
there
the
lurking.
chat?
Can I get a Mace in the chat?
Oh wait, is your dad still in the chat?
Wow, he's been held back.
And he's
Yes,
still
he
in the
has.
chat?
He has been held back. I'm in the chat. I got my phone pulled up so I can read the chat.
I'm talking about the OG Skinny.
Oh, OG Skinny. Right.
He asked me a question earlier. What was that? There was something going on.
Your first
I
name.
forgot about that.
Yeah, what's your first name?
Is he still around? It's pointless to say it if he's not around.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I should come to Portland. I'd love to shake the original Skinny's hand. And I say, I would fucking love to meet the OG Skinny.
Oh man,
That's hilarious.
I envy Diesel for that moment.
I met the OG Skinny.
I do. I know. I envy you
legend.
for that moment.
All right, so, check out the YouTube channel. This will be posted up there if you want to catch up. If you came in late, if you came in early and then didn't get to finish it, it'll be up on YouTube. Stop by the Discord for more updates on what we're gonna do over the next few weeks. This coming week is going to be Mortal Shell and Deep Rock Galactic, assuming that it shows up in a timely manner on Game Pass. So, thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by and listening to our thoughts and ramblings, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.